How's it going? Okay, so this is a video about what's to come for the YouTube channel and the website for 2017. There is some kind of pretty interesting stuff coming. I'm going to divulge a lot of stuff that I've been doing and working towards for the last couple of months that I haven't been ready to discuss, that really it's time I did. So before I get to that salacious, fascinating information, video wise, some are recorded, some are scripted, and so on and so forth. Uh, you know, and it depends what order they're gonna come out. But there's a video coming on the soul contract. This is the contract that we agreed to before we're born. I had a video a few weeks back about do we choose our family. The soul contract is kind of a follow on from that. That we obviously make an agreement what we intend to focus on or what we intend to learn, which will then catapult us into whatever culture or type of world we arrive in or type of family we arrive in, and DNA that will transform us, hopefully. Also, video on the books that have changed me, and some of these are really important books for me that I would return to, read regularly, or dip into, and that really had an impact, that really lifted me up, about emotions and emotional slavery that really a lot of us are. As I've said before, we're walking chemistry set. We're addicted to our emotions. We're addicted to those chemicals. Emotions are feelings are here for a reason. We have them. It's part of the human experience. But depending on them or being addicted to them is something different. So I discussed that. The alternative media mess, because I think the alternative media is a mess, to be quite honest. I think it's almost as much a mess now post Donald Trump election as the mainstream media. So much misinformation, so much nonsense, distraction, and just utter shit out there. And as a result of Trump and the crumbling mainstream media, people are discovering the alternative media and thinking that's the solution, when in my opinion it's not as simple as that. Also, services that I'm offering from 2017, this is stuff that practices that I've been working towards, in some cases for a long time, and in some cases in the last 2 months, or as a result of my ayahuasca ceremonies and my guidance. I have a video on what, I will be discussing who I am, or who I think I am, where I've come from, and what I'm doing here. And I haven't really divulged that or discussed that before, but now's the time. Jump in, see what happens, say my piece. And I have another video on the spiritual ego and how spiritual people like myself have huge egos, or some of them do, and why that is, and also the understanding of the ego. It's not just about arrogance, so the likes of, say, Mother Teresa, some of these people also have huge egos. It's not arrogance, it's the martyr. It's still beating themselves. It's still distraction from who or what they are. I'll be talking about channeling and explaining what it is for me, that I do my own form of it. I've been doing my own form of it for a while, and it's not as wacky and out there as people think. I always feel I need to kind of put in a kind of disclaimer that, these videos are not for everyone. See how it resonates with you. So if you believe in Darwin, or you believe if science is your religion, these videos probably are not for you. There's you got to get out of that box and open the window a little, see what blows in, see how it sits with you, see what it feels like, see what your gut says, see what your intellect says, see what your spirit says. Mix it all together and see what happens, rather than just, Mr. Scientist would say, Mr. Scientist says that the channel doesn't happen. Forget what Mr. Scientist says. I want to talk more and more really about that gut, about our intellect, about the spirit, about our intuition, as opposed to our head. The future, the new world, 2017 and onwards, is not about the intellect. It's about much, much greater things. And more people are starting to experience that, to be open to that, to be open to synchronicities, intuition, inner guidance, the gut instinct. I'll also be writing articles. I've subjects that I wanted to cover a lot more and in more detail, such as meditation. I do have a meditation course on the website, and the problem today is that a lot of people want instant results. They're not prepared to put time and practice in, and to see where an exercise will go, and to see what powers they can gain. They want the powers in 5 minutes, and if they don't get them, they think it doesn't work. So we're a very impatient society. We want everything instantly. I also have some articles coming. I'm not sure, I might make into an ebook on sex and lovemaking and the ingredients for great sex. And it's not about positions. Like there's loads of sex books and all that out there, and I have some of them. The reason I'm writing this is I don't really see what I want to convey. It's why I talk about some of these videos, is that I don't really see what I want to say out there already. There's loads of videos about, sex positions, and there's a million sex books and all the rest of it, but there's more to it than that, and there are ingredients that make for great sex, mind-blowing sex. Also, I will have articles and videos, on me being a queen maker, working with women. There will be more information on that. It'll be there for those who feel moved to make contact with me, or feel that there's something in it. Again, it's a resonance thing. It's just about, does this feel right? Is there something in this? What does my instinct say here? What does my gut say? Also, I'll be doing, as I've been doing for the last few months, remote healing, remote guidance, physical healing, physical remote healing, for people who want it, anyone who wants it, talking a bit about my results with that. So, of course, along the way, more will be revealed. I'm sure I'll have more updates myself and more downloads and more information to share. I will be pulling back from ayahuasca for a few months and replacing it with a lot more holotropic breath work. That's not my own decision, so my ego doesn't like it, but I've been instructed in that direction, so I have to go and see what's there and see what work has to be done. I'll be working more on my own meditations and communication with my guides, one of which is the Mother Goddess, to develop that channel, that communication, that conversation, and see where it goes. And sharing it as well, videos or articles or whatever, open other people's minds, or let you know what's going on and see what you think of it. That's it. Happy New Year and all that, and thanks for listening. Please subscribe, like, thumbs up, all that kind of stuff. Consider subscribing to my newsletter. There's a link below, because there would be information in the newsletter that is not worthy of a 10-minute video, and it may be of interest to you. Have a good 2017. Let's see what happens. Good luck and thanks.